Finally done with schoolwork and I can now relax. It's the weekend. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I haven't filmed a video in a while, mainly because of school. So we are here in my room. Hi, welcome to the new setup. So basically, I'd ask my friends to give me like different characters, and I would basically give my what they left an impression on me, like what my first impression was on them, and then what I think of them afterwards, basically. And we're gonna all be doing that while I make a spread of my bullet journal with Yuri on Ice. So I'll have something to talk about while I'm also doing something. So we're gonna have to we're gonna be basically doing two things at the same time, multitasking. Yes. So yes, let's get started with this video. My setup is literally so whacked. I have my phone propped up on my laptop and my lighting propped up also behind my laptop. So yeah, okay, so I've got the construction paper I'm going to be using, which is white and like a light blue, and I gotta cut this out. So yeah, let's start off with the first character while I do all of this. First character on this list was Hisoka himself. Yes, oh my god, school. The clown guy himself. I don't know, that's kind of probably my first impression. That and because I thought I was done with you. Anyway, so my first impression kind of was on Hisoka was that like my first impression on Hisoka was that like I don't know, because like I guess the first thing I'd ever heard of his character. Oh my god. I was saying, so I think the first thing I had ever heard of his character was that it was, yeah, there we go, it's not going off anymore. The first thing I had ever heard of Hisoka's character was mainly probably due to the whole that he's he's a pedophile, because he is in Hunter x Hunter. I've never personally, I haven't watched Hunter x Hunter yet. It's on my list right now. I'm watching Attack on Titan because I want to finish it before December, because that's when the last season's ending. So anyway, what's it called? I think what left the impression on me with Hisoka was that, he literally always says bungee gum. Like, he always talks about bungee gum. And it's like, he can't go 5 minutes without talking about it.
Bungee gum, 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 bungee gum はガムとゴム。両方の性質を合わせ持つ。
Oh, it's like that's what he always talks about. That and going the wrong topic to bring up, but it's like I don't know. And then you have the guitar music in the background every time he makes an appearance or when he's gonna battle someone. So yeah, that's literally what his character really is. Or what I know, basically, what I associate with his character, if you get where I'm going with this. Okay, so I think we're done with Hisoka. His was really kind of quick. I think all of them are probably going to be very quick, so. Next character on this list was Sang-woo. Yes, for those of you guys who've been seeing, like, my recent, oh my god, I cut this wrong. For those of you guys who've been seeing my recent stuff, mainly, like, my Among Us video and stuff, I made a lot of, like, Killing Stalking references. So if you don't know who Sang-woo is, he's basically the main antagonist in Killing Stalking. So basically, Killing Stalking is like I haven't read the comic yet, but basically Killing Stalking is you have Sang-woo, who's the killer. He kills people, and then Yunbum is the stalker. So Yunbum basically he likes Sang-woo, like he idolizes him.
Strumming my pain with his fingers.
And what's it called? One day he decides to, I live here. I'm gonna break into his house. He has like an entire, I've seen this before on TikTok, like he has an entire note thing of number codes he's tried just to get into Sang-woo's house.
Man come up and say, oh fuck! I live here!
And I guess the one time he's about to be caught by the cops, he literally gets in. Like, he gets it right. And so, basically what happens is, what's mainly associated with Sang-woo is the bat and the broken angles. Because when, did I say angles? What happens is when Yunbum finally gets into Sang-woo's house, Sang-woo, of course, is there, and he's like, you're not my relative. I know this because of TikTok. I've seen so much stuff of it on TikTok. And then it's like he takes him to a said basement, and to keep him from escaping, and he does it to all of his victims. Like, as he breaks their ankles with the bat, goes breaky breaky, ankles go breaky breaky. And so we've cut out all of this stuff. On a lighter note, we've cut off all of this stuff. So basically, let me just cut this off. That's kind of what Sung-woo's character is. So what? Now I found out about Sung-woo in the summer. I knew about him mainly for the fact that whole trend where it was like they would do like the whole like it was like a body count trend, and it's like not that body count, and it meant more like the people you've killed, and they would insert it with like the Five Nights at Freddy's song, and they inserted it with like Killing Me Softly song. But the one thing that associates me with Sung-woo, the Killing Me Softly song. Also, except he literally is Atsumu from Haikyuu. Sung-woo said, I'm done with all this stuff of me killing people. I'm just gonna go into Haikyuu, okay? I'm gonna go play some volleyball with some friends, you know? So, yeah. So, who's next on the list? Sakusa, my best friend's favorite character from Haikyuu. He's the masked man, which probably has to be the, I don't know, that's probably the thing that reminded me of him the first time I saw him. Basically, I don't know, like, his character is basically the germaphobe character. He's very, like, germophobic. So, what's it called? I guess that's the one thing I kind of associate with him, and that's kind of the one thing that, like, you know, that was, like, the first thing I found out about his character. So, what's it called? Now, him, what do I think of him? Basically, I just think of Clorox and Michael Jackson, because freaking Muzan said, you know what? I'm done. You know, if you don't know who Muzan is, he's basically the villain in Demon Slayer that looks like Michael Jackson. He's literally like the reincarnated anime version of Michael Jackson. So Sakusa is kind of looks like him, but not as much kind of as Muzan does, except for like the red eyes, you know, and the demon whole thing. But what's it called? It's like Muzan really said, you know, I'm done fighting these Demon Slayers. I'm going to go play some volleyball with some friends. Wu and Muzan, both antagonists, literally said, you know what, I'm done here. We're going to Haikyuu, where it's very family friendly, and we're gonna go over there. Oikawa. Okay, so I watched Haikyuu in June. So I think the first thing that I got from Oikawa himself was that, I don't know, I really couldn't think of anything the first time. All I know is that the fandom, he's like one of the most picked on characters in the fandom. But, like, I don't know, why do people hate him? Like, okay, everybody brings up the whole fact, it's like,
oh, you hit a child, you hit Kageyama.
Like, bro, but it's like, he even apologized, and it's because he feels, like, very, like, self-conscious, because he feels like he's not good enough. He's always been told, like, he's never good enough, because he has to kind of compare with Kageyama. And so basically, I don't really think I had a first impression on Aikawa. I don't know, he's my friend's favorite character, like, for sure, all the time. If you guys check literally my TikTok or my Instagram, my friend is literally like, I tag her and everything, basically Oikawa. So, yeah, I guess, I don't know, the fandom basically, he's the door of our fandom because he's flat. Let me tell you guys a story. Let me tell you guys a funny story here. I tried to get my mom to watch Haikyuu, right? Because one of my friends, she tried to do that with her mom. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try with my mom, see if she'll get into Haikyuu or she'll like the show. She didn't get past season 1. Well, she got through, like, I guess, half of season 1. We didn't finish it. Well, she didn't. I finished the show. The first time she saw Aikawa, you know what she thought?
Is that Michael Jackson?
And I was like, how is that Michael Jackson? Like, he looks nothing like him. Like, Muzan and Sakusa are more likely to pass for Michael Jackson, not Oikawa. You don't really hear of Oikawa looking like Michael Jackson. And then what's it called? There's this thing going around TikTok where it's basically Oikawa's voice actor, his English voice actor. He was in another show where basically he was cursing in that other show, and they were taking clips of the cursing, and they were adding it into Haikyuu, and they were like, I've never seen this episode of Haikyuu.
Oh, you can kiss my ass! No, I'm serious, bitch. After all that training, you're still such a little bitch. You are so positive. You transferred to this school months ago, and you trip over that same damn step every damn day.
He's one of my top 10, but he's not my favorite. character, you know? Okay, so we finally got like the bottom portion of that on here, so just need to finish taping it and then hot glue it. Okay, the next character on this list is my favorite character. How fun is this? Tsukishima. Now, in my group, it's known that my favorite character is the most picked on one in my group, but it's like very, I don't know, it's very funny in some ways, mainly for the fact because it's like, he's been compared to like every single standard blonde character with glasses. Like the standard character with glasses, that's who he's been compared to. Like, let me just literally put a nice little slideshow for you of what he's been compared to. That was a fun ride, wasn't it? So anyway, what's it called? I don't know. My first impression of him was that, like, I don't know. He seemed, of course, like, very, like, you know, salty. That's literally what he is. He's, like, the literal definition of salt. So, I'm still waiting for my jersey in the mail. It's coming in November. I'm still sad about that because Amazon lied to me. But anyway, so I don't know. I liked his character development in season 2. Like, anybody who's seen the show and they've seen the character development, that probably is one of the reasons why, like, I like his character, you know, because he gets really into volleyball because he's like,
oh, it's just a club. It doesn't mean anything.
Kuro and Bokuto literally are like, we're here for your character development. That's what this little scene is. It's for your character development. So, what's it called? I don't know. I think that's kind of, I don't know, that's kind of it. Mainly because, like, I don't know, like, his personality is, yes, very salty, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know, sometimes he was, like, very funny, because, okay, I watched it in the dub. The first time I watched Haikyuu, it was in the dub formation. So, like, what's it called? You'd have, like, these random scenes where he would just be like, oh, isn't that very rude, your majesty? It was, like, very, like, sarcastic and, like, I don't know, it's too funny, because it would happen randomly at the most randomest times. That's kind of why, like, I thought his character was very funny. So, yeah, I think that's kind of it for this character. So, yes, let's keep going while I try to continue this. And the next character is Bokuto himself. I brought this up. Bokuto, now, first thing that comes to mind after literally watching the show is literally, yes, I brought up In Another Life. We can all cry to that. Yes, I will gladly cry with you. I haven't read that yet. I want to. I only got through like one chapter. My friend sent me the thing through Instagram. However, it wasn't it was a link, but it was through our group chat, so it literally got flooded through different chats, so I didn't get to, like, you know, finish reading it because I lost it. So basically, Bokuto, his character is like very, I don't know, he's very cheerful and stuff. Like, I don't know, there's nothing really for me to hate on his character because he's the literal definition of basically, like, happiness. I don't know, literal happiness. Just a bundle of joy. That's what I see Bokuto as. So I don't really have anything to say, really, except, like, the only thing I associate with him is an owl. And that has to be it. Also, since we were on the topic of Bokuto, but Akashi's not on my list, I was gonna bring up the fact that, what's it called? My friend draws a lot of, like, anime characters and stuff, right? So she had this picture of Akashi. She had it on her wall. And so, what's it called? There was, like, some flowers next to it, right? And so I was like I tell my friend, like I was like, hey, Jackie, do you know what's missing from this? And my other friend is like, what do you mean that what's missing? Candles? It's a shrine. It's literally basically a shrine. I couldn't stop laughing because I didn't think that's what was going to be brought up into that conversation, but it happened. I couldn't stop laughing. Okay, we're going into Miraculous now. Okay, first on that list was Marinette. I have so much to talk about. Now, I don't hate Marinette's character, right? I don't hate it at all. I don't hate it. I think she's very, like, relatable in a lot of terms. Oh, is that? No. Well, okay, well, anyway, I don't think she's relatable to me, at least, and probably to other people, but it's like, the one thing I don't like about Miraculous is that, God, how long does it take to figure out your identities? Like, bro, how clueless are you? like I've said before, like I said this like a long time ago, probably a year ago, but I had to take down that video because I got a copyright thing, you know, because I had clips of Miraculous in there. But anyway, I literally made the comparison to Miley Cyrus, where they were like, you would know someone will tell the difference, right? Somebody is not, a lot of people aren't stupid, right? You can tell the difference, and literally people would be like Hannah Montana for some reason. It's just like,
Hey, isn't that Miley Cyrus from Algebra? Isn't that her with a wig on?
and then people are just like, no, they're two different people. They're not the same. But it's like, bro, they literally look the same. How can you, like, it's just with a mask on. Like, even when they were in their freaking uniforms, they couldn't even tell that they were the same person. Like, oh my god, they're clueless. Clueless. You know what? And since we're talking about Marinette, just bring up the next character, which was Adrian. Same thing with him. Oh, Marinette's just a friend. She's just a friend. A very good friend. It's like, bro, we all know she's not just a good friend. We all saw the New York episode. I didn't, but I've been seeing some clips of it where basically they dance together. You cannot tell me she is just a friend. She is more than a friend. And we all know it. The thing, though, I don't like is that basically, I feel like, I don't know. I have to agree with my cousin on this because my cousin prefers Luca over Adrian. I have to agree with her on this, mainly for the fact because it's like, Adrian will only like Marinette, mainly for the fact that she's Ladybug. And that's pretty sad because Luca, on the other hand, is like, hey, I like you regardless. You deserve, and the thing is, he would be happy for her either way, whether she went with him or Adrian. He would be happy for her anyways, and it's like, that's a good person right there. That's a person you keep in your life, whether it's a friend or more. But like, poor Luca, bro. Like, poor Luca. Like Adrian is so shallow. Like, I don't know. To my cousin, I really think I'm going with you on this one. Okay. Anyway, I guess that's it for this video. I'm almost done with my spread. So this is so far how it's looking. I'm almost done with it. If you guys want to see how it fully comes out, I will post it on my TikTok and my Instagram. So you can go check that out. And of course, be sure to like it. I will greatly appreciate that. Also, if you do want to go follow my Instagram and my TikTok, I will really appreciate that also, because I usually post more there than I do on YouTube, because, you know, because it's much more easier to make content there, and it's much more quicker, you know. So, but anyway, if you guys have anything else I should talk about, because if this video does do well, I will probably do a part 2, or even if it doesn't, I may do a part 2, because, you know, I want to do that, and it's my channel. But I want to put, like, what I want to put out. But, of course, I want to hear from you guys also. So, if you guys have any suggestions I can do for a video, because I want to hear different stuff, because, oh my god, I need, like, different stuff to upload, and I want to do different stuff. Like, I'm thinking of reacting to a movie next week. Hopefully next week. But I know my next video, if I do wind up doing a video possibly next week or any other time when I do it, it's going to be, I want to react to the movie Cyberbully. I saw a YouTuber react to it, so I'm going to react to it next time I have a video. So hopefully that goes well, and that will possibly be next week. If not, it will be possibly the week after, because I'm trying to do a whole 2-week upload schedule instead of every week, just to kind of give me some rest and also to give you guys content. So I guess that's kind of it for this video. If you did like it, make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Comment down below what else I should do on this channel, guys. So far, this is how it is coming out so far. If you do want to see it, go check out my Instagram. It's always linked down below. But however, I don't really shout out my Instagram and TikTok stuff because, you know, if you want to go follow me. I'm not forcing you to, but if you want to, go ahead. I will greatly appreciate that. And of course, I'll also be posting this on my TikTok. And I think that's it for today. I hope you guys have a beautiful day or night, depending on where you live. And I hope you guys are doing well, staying safe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys!